YouTube and Minecraft have a symbiotic bond type of relationship. YouTube owes billions upon billions of views to Minecraft, and Minecraft wouldn't be half as popular as it is today if it wasn't for YouTube. After 15 years, Minecraft content has gone through many different forms. There were the early Let's Players who really set the scene for Minecraft videos and gaming content as a whole. The song parodies that little Danny didn't realize were based off actual songs until an embarrassingly old age. Early stage brain cancer, the roleplay stories and shit, the Dream SMP era, we don't talk about that one, etc. etc. You get the point. There's a lot of Minecraft shit. The Minecraft content I'm yapping about in this video is one that you're definitely familiar with, seeing as it takes up most of the Minecraft content seen on everyone's For You pages. That being, you already know the title, Minecraft challenge videos. Minecraft challenge videos are so interesting to me because they're seen everywhere and eclipse pretty much every other form of Minecraft content. It's hard to find a Minecraft Let's Play that's in some type of challenge or gimmick. Even most SMPs use them, and it's always baffled me how they managed to pull in so many views, because for me personally, they kind of suck. Now don't get me wrong, I see the appeal on paper. Minecraft is a hella popular game where you can pretty much do anything, and video game challenges have always been interesting, like seeing a nigga take a pre-existing game and make it cancer to play as well. Good entertainment. But with Minecraft challenges specifically, I don't see how it has such a huge audience. Like the most random niggas be posting 100 days videos and getting hundreds of thousands to even millions of views. For me though, all the videos seem so formulaic and predictable, since most of them are just the same 5 challenges with a slight twist every time. Especially doesn't help when most of the YouTubers who make these type of videos all seem like bootlegs of each other when it comes to editing style and personality. Even the fucking skins feel similar, and I'm just gonna go out and say that a lot of these look fake as hell. Like 80% of them I'm 100% sure are fake. When most of these challenges first started, they were low-key peak, like Luke the Notable with 100 days, P Diddy with manhunts, all the Skyblock sizzle from back in the day. They all had strong starts. So why did they all start to decline in quality to the point where you could classify them as YouTube kid slop? I gathered 5 of the most common types of Minecraft challenges and gonna be going over each and every one of them, talking about what makes them unique, how they originated, how they've fallen off, and the many different forms of each one. Alrighty, with all that yappy stuff out the way, I'm gonna start off with the most common type of challenge, Minecraft Hardcore. But first, I want to do a little bit of self-promotion.
Hey! I got a Minecraft challenge for you!
Subscribe, nigga.
Hardcore is a more challenging way of playing through Minecraft survival mode. In its base form, Hardcore isn't too different from survival besides the massive change that if you die, your world gets evaporated. Hardcore was added in September 29, 2011, Java Beta 1.9. Notch got the idea from a blog post a year earlier. The OG blocker got the idea to play Minecraft, but if they died, they would delete their world entirely. Notch liked the idea, but couldn't exactly decide what to do with it until a year later. Notch started edging on Twitter with images of different Hardcore feature like the button and the heart. When Hardcore first came out, it wasn't popular at first because of skill issues. That changed when players got better, became more familiar with the game, more skills were added, made Hardcore joke low-key. At first, Hardcore was really only used for like a video or two before most YouTubers dropped the mode. Except for Filza and others, they made long-running series on their worlds. Filza's lasted 5 years before hilariously ending to a baby zombie. He played in a version before Totem, so it was an actual challenge. Filza's death went absolutely viral, being talked about all over the internet, even on the news. Other YouTubers quickly started flocking to write out the hype Filza had created. Minecraft veteran Dan TDM made a Hardcore series after many requests to surpass 100 million views. The notable made 100 days, but we'll talk more about that later. Different copycat clowns came after, so many started yielding negative results. Since 100 days was a challenge, niggas had to make it more challenging to stand out, or at least seem more challenging. And with everyone doing their own, there was a constant need to one up one another and themselves, leading to expectations making it hard to get into. So after a period, it was really just the same YouTubers mass producing many vids on it. Totems gave you basically infinite lives, removing most of the death scare, but changed the goal from how to survive to what can I do to not be bored out of my fucking mind, which led to most Hardcore videos just being mega base tours and shit. Along with those, many YouTubers started adding gimmicks to their Hardcore videos, like 1,000 days in Hardcore, recreating something in Hardcore, perfect start in Hardcore, doing something crazy in Hardcore. You get the point. The Hardcore focused YouTubers weren't so great either. Examples being Rasplin, who fakes his vids and is low-key a little cornball, Sandiction, who does way too much, and many more farm tubers. The market became extremely saturated. Another issue was it was extremely easy to fake Hardcore videos. Here's a quick guide on you sitting at home can fake your own Hardcore series. Use a texture pack, add damage reduction mods, download respawning and re-uploading the world after you die are probably the smartest ones. So foolproof you can do it on stream, dying on in spectator mode, then right back into survival mode. And when the challenge doesn't feel real, it takes all the fun out of watching the challenge. But speaking of easy to fake, hardcore is often paired with another easily fakeable challenge, 100 days. 100 days is a major Minecraft challenge where you spend 100 days playing Minecraft, usually without dying. In-game, obviously. 100 days was created by the YouTuber Luke the Notable. His original gimmick was doing Fortnite videos where he spends 100 games dropping at some random location. Fortnite started to decline in popularity, however, so Luke needed a content switch and fast. With hardcore vids being on the uprise at the time, Luke made the decision to launch a new series where he spent 100 days in hardcore Minecraft. And as you can probably guess, this blew the fuck up. I mean, just look at all these views. The original 100 Day series was low-key revolutionary. Took all the fun stuff of Let's Plays and condensed it down into one video. That makes the challenge aspect in that Luke is low-key a funny guy. These videos were such a whimsical time. Immediately, other YouTubers flocked to right off the 100 Days hype train, making their own takes on the trend. Even Mr. Beast did one, a very boring one though. One of the first copy series was made by the YouTuber Socks for One. His is one of the better ones in my opinion, since he knows how to have a good funny commentary. Also, he was playing in a giant ass mod pack that added a buckload of shit. Over time, more and more 100 Days videos will come out with newer and bigger ideas. There's modded 100 Days. The biggest creator of this type is Forge Lab, who makes low-key kind of cool zombie survival type shit. It was cool at first, but started getting repetitive fast. Sucks for One, who was one of the first to make something new out of the 100 Days train with his 100 Days with the biggest mod pack ever. The series lost its spark as it went on, unfortunately, due to the fact that the spark came from how Socks for One had no idea what any of the mods did. So he spent most of the early days learning what this random shit did and trying to survive in it. As the days went on, however, he became confident with the mod pack and the series started getting stale and repetitive, with most of the days being taken up by big mega projects, which is a problem all 100 Days have, but we'll say that for later. Related to the mod 100 Days is the I spent 100 days as insert character. It's exactly what it sounds like. The nigga spends 100 days playing a random character or theme or some shit. Often leads into brain rot territory. 100 days on an island, 100 days in the desert, 100 days in hell. Pretty much 100 days but trapped in a set location, world, or theme. So there's some of the better ones since they're more grounded. And the challenge of having to only survive with only a certain type of resources need. They're also the main type of 100 Days that Luke the Notable makes today. The downfall of 100 Days can be pinned on a few things. For starters, the extreme oversaturation of the market. 100 Days like hardcore got super popular at its own detriment. Because everyone and their mother is making 100 Days, it's hard to stand out when everything has been done before. Not to mention how often some of these channels crank these out. They're also extremely easy to fake, probably the easiest out of all the trends on this list. You really just lie about how many days you played and you're golden. Another thing is the quality in content. And I don't mean in editing, I mean in personality. I'm gonna be straight up. Not everyone is entertaining enough to make this type of video work. And a lot of these niggas be boring as fuck. Just sitting there listening to them yap on sounds more like an audio biography for AP English than a Minecraft challenge video. On day 23, I went into the mines. I was trying to find more coal for my mega furnace, but I got attacked by a few zombies. Day 37, I decided to enter the net. That's pretty much how they all sound. It's so bland, I can't. What made Luke the Notable's original 100 Days work was that he was funny. Yes, he was still listing all the shit he did each day, but he did so in a way that felt natural instead of robotic. He didn't bore you with every single detail. If there was a boring part, he spiced it up with some quirky little one-liner that stayed consistent through every one of his 100 Days, even the modern one, which are still falling off. Other than his personality, Luke's series was still special because he fucking sucked at the game, so you got to see a level of progression throughout the 100 Days, kind of like you see in a movie. The newer ones lose that character development now that Luke is actually good at the game, so most of the videos pivot from a boomer learning Minecraft for the first time to a boomer trying to entertain himself in Minecraft. This goes for all the copycats. They're all already good at the games, so the only progression throughout the video is just them progressing through the game itself, which, if you know anything about Minecraft's progression, ain't the best experience. Surprisingly, one series I think handles the progression part pretty well is Mr. Beast in his 100 Days. That's the only part he does well, since Jimmy's a shell of his former comedic self, but props are due. Speaking of Mr. Beast, he gives a nice segue to our next section, manhunts. If you don't get it, I'm referencing how Mr. Beast helped launch Dream's career, and Dream is the nigga who made manhunts and banger music, but we're only focusing on the manhunts today. I have a different video planned for old Dream. Minecraft Manhunt is an alternative, more difficult way to beat the game made by YouTuber Dream. There's two sides of players in Minecraft Manhunt, the speedrunner and the hunters. The speedrunner has to beat the game without dying, while the hunters, well, have to hunt them down. The first Manhunt came out on December 27, 2019. Speedrunning wasn't popular, so being in the game was still a novelty on its own, but mixed with the prop a British wanker trying to cut you into well pieces in it. It became way harder and way more entertaining. Pair this with Dream's editing style, humor, and overall skill at the game, he really hit a home run. The video was a massive success and attracted a large audience of new hungry fans for more manhunts, which they would get in the form of a rematch to the Dream losing to George originally. This led to another rematch and another wave of new videos. One important thing to note was that around this time Dream started grinding his little speedrunning career. Now it has been confirmed that most of those speedruns weren't legitimate. Most of Dream's speedrunning skill was, which is what made the manhunt so good. You weren't just watching anyone beat Minecraft while being chased down, you were watching world record holder at the time do it. This was someone whose whole thing was beating Minecraft the fastest way possible, so it seemed believable he could do it while being hunted down by a British bro. Dream started to up the ante by adding a second hunter, Sapnap. This only made manhunts even more popular. The chemistry between Dream, Sapnap, and George just worked so unbelievably well, which got even stronger when they added a third hunter, that being Bad Boy Halo. Manhunts were already doing well on YouTube, but took off even more due to a little known app called Musical.ly. Manhunts were a lot of things, but were most known for Dream's viral Big Brain 2000 IQ plays, which would get clipped and posted to Musical.ly, bringing in a whole nother audience to these silly little games. I remember there was a time when Dream dropping a new manhunt, it was seen as an event. There was so much hype around these analysis videos, reaction videos, people trying to recreate the clips, edits, animation. This nigga had the socially awkward Minecraft community by the balls, the grass like no other. But then the decline happened, with the 3 Hunters series ending with an epic conclusion of like 3 rematches. Dream had secured the final win, meaning the next step was 4 Hunters. On paper this seemed like things would just get better, right? 4 Hunters means even more intense moments and epic plays. Plus at this point Dream had a lot of connections. The 4th Hunter could be literally anyone. Technoblade, Quackity, thank god it wasn't this fucker, Skeppy, it was some random cat nigga. Okay, now no offense to Anfrost, I'm sure he's a cool dude. I see why Dream chose him, with him being a long-term friend of the group and all. Just, I don't know, he didn't really click as well with the other 3. He always just felt there to me and didn't really add much to the dynamic. This was also around the time the integrity of manhunts was being questioned due to the whole speed running cheating debate. The viral moments in the 4th and later 5th Hunter series started feeling a lot more manufactured to be viral moments, and the series started feeling a lot more dragged out, with this one also going on for like 4 rematches. Not like the series was dying in popularity yet, however, people were still flocking to see each, and not like the series was dying in popularity yet, people were still flocking to see each manhunt. Things just started to feel a little bit more corporate, for lack of a better word. This is coming from someone who was an active fan of Dream at the time. I know, disgusting, it's okay, I get bitches now. The corporate feeling only got worse once 4 Hunters ended and the 5th one was added. I'm gonna be straight up, I don't like Awesome Dude. In fact, I find him quite cringe, and the whole 5 Hunters thing just seemed like too much. Like, I don't know, it was hard for me to reasonably believe these manhunts. Then all the exposed videos started coming out. Dream got caught out for faking the boat clutch. Dream got caught out for stalling killing the end dragon. It's like every video about manhunts were just trying to prove how fake they were. Eventually 5 Hunters came to an end with the same score as last time. With the main manhunt series being ended, the stage was open for a bunch of newcomers into the manhunt game. Their tints were less than stellar, I should say. None of them managed to capture that hilarious dynamic Dream and the OG 3 Hunters have, or the intense feeling you got from seeing Dream just barely squeak out a win. People underestimate how hard the dynamic carried the OG manhunts. On their own, they're kind of fucking boring, so without that chemistry and everyone kind of tired of the formula, every YouTuber that attempted manhunts after Dream never managed to weight the bear like you did. Dream did start making more gimmicky manhunts, like the Titan one or the Hero Brian one. They're fine, good background watch, but not as engaging as the old one. He did recently drop a new classic style manhunt against the YouTuber DeQuavius. It's probably the lamest one yet, I'm sorry. I don't care how good this lean looking nigga is. Listening to him make those same cornball jokes and impressions for 46 minutes straight maybe you want to listen to mass for 10 hours straight to become functionally retarded. That way I wouldn't have the brain capacity to comprehend how much of a letdown this manhunt was. Also, it seems scripted as fuck. In short, manhunt's downfall mostly comes down to need to make more and more viral moments. Look all the sincerity the OG series had. Without that, it loses all the tension and feels like you're just watching another Dream SMP skit. Speaking of Minecraft depictions of real life, Minecraft Civilizations, or the Minecraft Society Experiment, whatever the fuck they call it, is a type of Minecraft video where the YouTuber gathers a shit ton of people into one Minecraft server with the purpose of making some type of society or civilization. You want to see how human history would have been different if it took place in Minecraft? I have a few guesses. Like, for starters, I don't think they were playing with Power 5 bows during World War II. His first server, or quote-unquote experiment, took place in 2021. Magic added a rule that if you died, you'd be temp banned from the server to give death more weight to it. Unfortunately, it immediately went haywire as players found that killing niggas and tent banning them from the server is quite funny. And shit, they're not wrong, it is very humorous and very chaotic, which doesn't make for a good structured society. This led to Magicum putting the players into smaller groups and smaller areas to see how they would adapt to the resources available, which became the more commonly adapted form of experiment. Magicum and other creators who started making these videos had to enforce stricter rules to get the players to cooperate and actually advance as a civilization. These rules were needed because of Minecraft's progression. In Minecraft, you're fully able to get everything you need to survive and succeed on your own. Other players only help reduce the time it takes, meaning that Magicum had to resort to outside rules and restrictions to give players more need to cooperate. Ways of doing so were limiting the progression a player can make on their own, adding some type of benefit or reward for working together, adding a common threat or too large for one player to take on their own, etc, etc. This led to most experiments turning out the same outcome, the players feeling the need to make a kingdom or elect a president or build an empire, etc, etc, Lamberg shit, instead of a community where they all work together to survive and overcome the struggles of their environment. You can't just patch this by making the game harder either. That just leads to more issues like niggas getting heated, unbalanced mechanics, shit like that. If you really want a civilization to work, you gotta put in the work to come up with more creative solutions, which most YouTubers who did this trend aren't willing to do. Instead, just cash you on the clickbaity titles and thumbnails like, I simulated the hood with 5,000 niggas in Minecraft. And then they use that overdone peace and war thumbnail you see everywhere. Yeah, modern civilization videos are pretty much just that. The amount of players and the locations might change, and sometimes there's a gimmick thrown in or two. In the end, they all turn out the same way. Once you've seen one, you've seen them all. I will say they're probably more real than a lot of the other trends. Now, don't get me wrong, a few of them are definitely scripted, but I doubt that's the norm, because why would you need to? It doesn't require much work on the actual YouTuber since you're just playing God and spectating the horror deal, and no need to script the vids since the players will do that themselves for screen time. But in a weird way, that's probably the path to go with these type of things. Gimmicks get old fast, but a good story, even if it's scripted to a degree, goes leagues into standing out against all the other civilization shizzle. Probably the most entertaining one I've seen was made by YouTuber Ish, because he focused more on the narrative than gimmicks. I don't see this type of video trend lasting much longer. It's already been on kind of a decline when it comes to views and the number of videos being made. That can be because Minecraft itself is kind of going through a decline, but not by much. And it'll be very soon before a new YouTuber shows up and reunites the whole community again. Speaking of reuniting old trends, man, I'm on fire with these transitions. Skyblock is a classic Minecraft map where you're stuck on a tiny little island over in an infinite void. Only a tree and a chest for survival. The original was created by Noob Pro on September 5th, 2011, posted on the Minecraft forum. People instantly fell in love with the idea of how simple of a concept it was, yet creating an entirely new challenge. The original map was smaller, only being a 3x3, and the chests had more loot since there was no way to get to the nether. Skyblock 1.1 was created not long after with a few new changes. The island was larger, chest loot changed, and there was a sand island nearby. The sand island had a chest that finally allowed you to enter the nether using a lava and obsidian. Next was Skyblock 2.1, the one you're probably most familiar with. So there's no way to beat the Ender Dragon. Skyblock instead had a list of challenges you were supposed to complete. Actually, Skyblock wasn't meant to be a long-term world like it is today, so you were just supposed to complete the map and be done with it. Skyblock already had an audience at this point, but it was only in the niche Minecraft forums that most casual players didn't know about. That wasn't until a small little Minecraft YouTuber I'm not sure you heard of, he's not very mainstream, named Captain Sparkles, made a video on it. His first Skyblock blew the fuck up with like 7 million views today. This put Skyblock in the YouTube spotlight where everyone was making videos for trying it themselves. Skyblock even had his own server where you could play multiplayer in some new game modes, one of which went on to inspire Bed Wars and Sky Wars. It wasn't all sunshines and sigmas, however, because like a rebelling white girl, Skyblock had a dark phase. Started when servers started adding a bunch of pay-to-win shit like loot crates and tiers that just broke the whole point of the map. Then Minecraft started its late 2010s fallout period, which obviously people are interested in Minecraft, then people are interested in Skyblock. Skyblock wouldn't stay dead forever. After being added to Hypixel and Minecraft popping off again, Skyblock was once again becoming actively played and talked about. Niggas also started getting the bright idea to combine Skyblock with most of the other challenges I talked about so far, and oh boy was it a bright idea. Combining a classic Minecraft map that most niggas have fuzzy feelings feelings for from their childhood. With the new training challenges everyone was doing instantly reunited the hype it once had. And that's where Skyblock stands today. Pretty much every video you'll find on it is just a mix of one of the other challenges, which means they usually fall into the problems the other challenges have. Though I think Skyblock on its own is probably the best out of the trends I mentioned so far. I mean, it's kind of timeless. Modern Skyblock content definitely has a shelf life. There's only so many times you can add one more day or make the core even harder. I predict Skyblock will probably have another fallout period and then return again once there's more new clickbaity trends to merge with.
Hello, it's Gog. It's the end of the daily 96 video.
Keep going.
Yeah?
I need more. Say more.
What's more? I don't know more.
Tell me to subscribe.
Subscribe.
Tell them about the next content we have.
I don't know what you're recording next. I don't even know what this video is about. I don't even know what you're talking about in this video.
Tell them right now.
I haven't even watched the video.
Tell them right now. Or you're going in the spider pit. Make some shit up.
Next video, we're gonna get Daniel pregnant.
No.